They came for an easy score, 4 men, boots, masks, guns. They expected a retired teacher, an old man with soft hands and a pension. What they found was something I buried 20 years ago. The first fell before he realized the lights were out. The second's breath caught on the sound of my heel breaking his windpipe. The third pulled the trigger too late. 11 seconds. That's all it took. 11 seconds to remember who I was. I stood in the silence afterward, the smell of cordite and copper heavy in the air. My heart didn't race. It never does. Training does that to you. It replaces panic with precision. Then my phone buzzed, a message from my brother. Make sure he suffers. He gets everything in the will. For a long moment I stared at it. I'd seen betrayal before, in jungles, in safe houses, across interrogation tables, but never signed with my own blood. I typed back, "He's begging for death." His reply came fast, "Good, finish it." I wiped my hands, walked out into the night, and got in the car. I wasn't driving toward vengeance, I was driving toward understanding. What kind of man my brother had become. We were raised to survive. 2 brothers, 1 war between us. I fought mine overseas. He fought his in boardrooms. He had money, power, influence. I had skills the world pretended didn't exist. When our father died, the estate went to me. I never wanted it. The company, the land, the name. I earned everything else by bleeding for it. But my brother, he saw it as theft. Said the old man always loved me more because I came back alive. The messages started small, insults disguised as jokes, then silence, then the hired men. He thought I'd died in that house. But what haunts me isn't the betrayal, it's how calm he sounded. No hesitation, no guilt, just greed wrapped in family ties. He must have thought he could outsource my execution, but you can't buy the death of a man who's already buried his conscience. The drive to his mansion felt like a mission briefing. Quiet roads, old instincts whispering in the back of my skull. I replayed every memory. His hand on my shoulder at our father's funeral. The fake sympathy. The way he said, "You've done enough for the family." Back then I thought he meant service. Now I know he meant sacrifice. At a gas station, I pulled the phone apart, traced the message metadata. The signal came from a burner, routed through an offshore account tied to his company's subsidiary, the same one handling the estate's transfers. So it wasn't just rage, it was business. By the time I reached his gate, the anger had cooled into something sharper. Discipline, control. The same calm I used in interrogation rooms when men lied with perfect eyes. He didn't know that's when I'm most dangerous, when I'm quiet. He was waiting on the porch when I arrived. White shirt, whiskey glass, smile rehearsed. "Didn't think you'd come," he said. "I didn't think you'd send people to kill me," I replied. The smile faltered, just for a breath. Then he laughed, too loud. "You're being dramatic." I tossed the phone onto the table. The messages glowed on the screen, his own words looking back at him like a confession. He went still, then pale. "You weren't supposed to see that," he whispered. "I wasn't supposed to survive." He started to speak, excuses forming like smoke, but I cut him off. "I'm not here for revenge. I'm here to give you a choice." He looked up, hopeful, foolish. "You can confess," I said, "or I can let the board see the files you forged, the transfers, the payments to the men who came for me." His hand trembled. "You wouldn't. You don't know what I would do." The next morning, the world learned about his crimes: wire fraud, embezzlement, conspiracy to commit murder. I didn't have to lift a finger after that. His empire collapsed under its own weight. He called me once, from a prepaid number, his voice broken, desperate. "You destroyed me." "No," I said. "You destroyed yourself. I just let the truth breathe." Silence. Then the line went dead. I didn't call back. The house is quiet now, the bullet holes patched, the smell of blood long gone. Sometimes I catch myself thinking about the 11 seconds that changed everything. Not the violence, the silence after, the calm before the next betrayal. Family teaches you where to aim. I burned the will, gave the estate to charity, left nothing behind that could be owned or envied. I've seen death in too many forms to believe in peace. But there's something colder, purer, justice without joy.